Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering. We get you into the action with the very first drive of the game. The Indianapolis Colts have the football. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Here's Mack to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Mack is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Kaepernick now to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's... And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. And this is going to be incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run with Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now Wentz on third down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mack off the draw play. And he's brought down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now Wentz will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker.
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into 4th. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Kaepernick completes it to Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. Here's Kaepernick. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second half lead? Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Zerline's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Witt's going to give this to Taylor, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run here with Taylor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They run once more with Taylor. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. On the counter, it's Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run the draw with Mostert, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play that time by the Jets. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And that's complete to Davis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Kaepernick, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there, but it'll be 2nd down. Kaepernick to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw, Kaepernick. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This one caught by Crowder. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He's back to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Indianapolis, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.